What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 240. 240, Justin. The big 240.
The big 2-4. Oh, Chad. What a rush.
Yeah, settle down. All right. But it's your boy, Chad Talks, and joining me, as always, is J-Mac Gaming.
I heard your chair jump when you said, it's Chad Talks. Oh, Chad's popping for himself, buddy.
I am.
All right, Chad.
Someone's got it, right?
Yeah, that's right. Let's get into this Nitro. It's an interesting Nitro, I must say.
An interesting.
I don't think
yes,
it's. I don't think it's gonna outperform Raw, but it's again like
so?
No. You don't have Kevin Nash in the main event.
Oh, we'll see.
And you don't have Tori and Stacey to do in a 0. All right, let's get into it.
All right, Justin.
Let's get into it. Chad, let me tell you about this match that I booked right here in for Nitro for all these loving fans out here.
Okay.
I love Roadkill. I love the wrestler. I love the wrestler. But Big Daddy V is Big Daddy 5. You know, he's the 5th of the Big Daddies, and you know, I just wanted to get both these men on the card. I haven't seen Big Daddy in a while. And Roadkill's Roadkill. So I gave Big Daddy a big win on the pre-show, Chad.
Oh yeah.
Chad, tell me about this one.
Then I did a pre-show match, Sick Boy versus Stevie Richards in a terrible pre-show match. Sick Boy defeated Stevie Richards with the Cure.
Good for him. Sick Boy.
Sick Boy.
All right, Chad, let's get into it.
Oh, we start the show off. Goldberg is in the ring. He says, "Did you miss me?" And everyone, pops because everyone loves Goldberg. And he says, "It's good to be back. The last time you all saw me, I was at Bash at the Beach. And for those of you who don't know, even though how could you not know, I lost my undefeated streak. I lost it to Scott Steiner. He pinned me and he took the World Heavyweight Championship. And then I went away. I went away because I didn't know what to do next. I could barely look at myself in the mirror. But then I realized Scott beating me was probably one of the best things that could happen to me. I was getting cocky. I was getting overconfident. And Scott Steiner brought me back down to earth. So I trained, and I trained harder, stronger, and better than ever. And then I came back last week. I was hoping when I came back I'd be able to challenge Scott Steiner for a rematch. But unfortunately, Scott Steiner lost to Raven. So, that brings me to Raven. Mr. Johnny Polo. So, and then Raven's music hits. And he's got the world championship. He says, "First of all, Raven, all right, I don't like that disrespect you just showed me. All right, calling me Johnny Polo. All right, first of all, that's Mr. Champion to you. I am Raven. All right, and guess what? I beat Scott Steiner, and you didn't. And then you come out here and you have the gall, the audacity to come out here and start demanding rematches. First of all, you're a Stone Cold Steve Austin ripoff, and no one gives a damn that you're back." He says, "The only thing people care about is seeing you lose again." Everyone, you see, because here's the thing, Goldberg, imagine how hilarious it would be if not only did Scott Steiner beat you, but then you finally come back and you lose again. What would that do to the big bad Goldberg? What would that do to the ego of Goldberg? I'll tell you what it would do. It would prove to everybody that the run you just came off of having was nothing more than a fluke. And it would prove to everybody that there's a new sheriff in town, and his name isn't Bill Goldberg. His name isn't Scott Steiner. It's not Bret Hart. It's Raven. You know what, Goldberg? I have half a mind to accept your little challenge. I have half a mind to say you're on for Fall Brawl. Raven versus Goldberg for the World Championship. But to be honest with you, I just don't think you deserve it. So, Bill, my answer and then Scott Steiner's music hits. And he says, "Hello, everybody, what's up? Welcome to Steiner Shoots. I'm Scott Steiner. Now, it's been a minute since the last time we've had a Steiner Shoots. And I think it's time we do it again for all my freaks out there. Now, Goldberg, you talked about how me beating you was the best thing that ever happened to you, but I gotta tell you, it was even better for me. Alright, kicking your ass won me the world championship, and it made you a little whiny bitch. The Goldberg that I know would never say losing was the best thing that ever happened to him. The Goldberg that I know would never be like, would be so humble. The Goldberg I know was a badass who walked around here with his head up, spearing people and being a badass. So, Goldberg, I need you to go to the back, find your nuts, and then be that badass again. And Raven, now to you. I don't give a damn if you're going to accept my challenge or not for the rematch of the world title, because guess what? I don't need a rematch to squish you like a grape. All right, now listen, Raven. You're a little bitch too, and everyone here knows it. All right, and everybody knows that the big bad booty daddy is going to shake off this loss that he had at Barely Legal, and I'm going to come back bigger and better than ever, and I'm going to beat you for that championship, whether it's in a ring or if I beat your ass so bad I take it from your cold dead hands. And then Raven says, you know, Scott, maybe you should worry more about Chris Benoit. You know, you had a match with him last week, and he looked like he got in your head a little. Benoit didn't get in my head at all. Benoit's a tiny little bitch too. Nobody's in my head. And I'll tell you what, how about the three of us, we stop talking, and we start fighting, and we finish this right now. And then Raven says, well, you know, I would love to, but after that barbaric spear that Goldberg gave me last week, I'm sore. And I have a note from my doctor that says I cannot compete tonight. So, unfortunately, it looks like I can't fight tonight. So, and guess what? I also talked to Eric Bischoff. I spoke with Eric Bischoff. Sorry, I'm so flustered by that spear to the ribs. And he says that not only are you two not competing tonight, but you're banned from the arena. Because I don't want to have to risk my health over you two. So go ahead, security, escort them out. And as they're getting ready to leave, Scott Steiner and Goldberg just beat the piss out of the security. And then Goldberg spears Steiner, and everyone pops. And then Scott Steiner gets up and Scott and Bill, they brawled it back.
There you go. Raven invented a new catchphrase that will likely boost his ability on the mic as a go-to line. Chad, what was it?
He says, I know what you're craving, and here's some Raven.
Maybe I shouldn't have... Okay, all right, well, here we go.
Meanwhile, Randy Savage has his open challenge, and about to had good heat and decent wrestling. Good heat, hell yeah. Randy Savage defeated Chris Kanyon in 13-11 when Randy Savage makes defense number 5 of the WCW World Television Championship.
There you go. That's a pretty good match right there.
That was pretty good.
There you go.
But unfortunately, as Randy Savage was going to go get his championship belts, he saw that Sid Vicious and Lex Luger are here. And Justin, they took both of Randy Savage's television championships.
What a scumbag.
Lex Luger has the ECW one, and Sid Vicious has the WCW one, and they're holding them both in the air, and they're saying, "Look, we're must-see TV again."
I hate this. I hate it. All right, we go to the next segment here, Chad. It's a tag team match.
Yeah, Sabu and Terry Funk showed up late backstage, and this is their punishment. They're gonna lose to the Dudley Boys. And in about the head, decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. The Dudley Boys defeated Sabu and Terry Funk in 12:30 when Bubba Ray and Devon hit them with the with the 3D, basically.
Yeah, you know, you get in trouble, and you're told, hey, you're getting TV time tonight. Perfect.
But you're losing to the Dudleys.
Yeah. Tell that to the Blue Meanie who's not on the TV tonight. Let's go.
And Bubba Ray and
Bully
Devon look at
Ray.
microphones, and they go, "We have something that the Dudley boys need to get off our chest." He says, "CC, we are, without a doubt, the best tag team in this company. And we want to prove it once again, just like we do every time we come out. So why don't Hall and Nash get their old asses out here and let's have a talk?" So Nash and Hall come out, and Devon says, "You two have been walking around here like your shit don't stink for far too long. And even though you beat the Hart Foundation, we gotta let you know, we're far more meaner than the Hart Foundation." Bubba says, "Not only are we far more meaner, but we're far better. So, Fall Brawl. Since you guys are no longer feuding with the Hearts, it looks like that frees you up. We're not fighting for the honor of ECW anymore, so that frees us up. So why don't these are the four of us square off at Fall Brawl, and you put those tag team titles on the line?" And Hall and Nash, they look at each other, and Nash, he says, "You know something? I don't think you two have what it takes to be Hall and Nash. But how about this? Next week, you face a tag team of our choice. And if you win, maybe then we'll talk about facing us at Fall Brawl. But in the meantime, kid, why don't you go get ready for your match next week?"
Dudley's and the Outsiders. Potentially. Here we go. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Val Venus, trying to finally shut up Alex Wright and get some payback, because Alex Wright took his girl. And about that decent reaction from the crowd by Subpar Wrestling, Alex Wright defeated Val Venus with an STF.
We had to tap out in the middle of the ring. Right in front of his old girl.
Yeah, emasculate him one more time in front of his girl.
That's fucked up.
Fucked up.
Ugh.
Of course they make out afterwards.
Well, of course, have to.
Have to. And in a decent match, Chris Benoit defeats Mike Awesome in 11:48 with a diving headbutt. Coming off of his match against Scott Steiner, he beats Mike Awesome, Justin.
Good, get back on the W column. Get back on the, high horse for Chris Benoit. But another loss for Mike Awesome. What does that mean for him?
What does that mean for him?
Speaking of losses.
Who can really say it? Rodrigo comes out and he says, "Last week I was not booked on Nitro, and it was the biggest travesty in all of professional wrestling, especially off of the titular pay-per-view, Barely Regal. I will not stand for this disrespect. So, I am going to wrestle somebody tonight. I told Eric Bischoff, you get me an opponent, I'll beat them, I don't care who it is. But let me make the record show. I am tired of being overlooked, I am tired of being passed over, and I am tired of being disrespected. So, I'm going to beat the poor bastard who I'm wrestling tonight, and then this will mark the dawning of a new empire, the Regal Empire. I'm going to take this company by storm, not Storm, and I'm going to show everyone exactly how nasty of a man I can be."
All right, so he's got his match here, Chad. And it is against
former television champion Louis Spicolli. And about that had decent reaction from the crowd by Subpar Wrestling. Steven Regal defeats Louis Spicolli with a Regal stretch, Justin.
Oh, wow. Louis Spicolli getting stretched out. Love to see it.
Love to see it. And Regal getting a win. Here backstage. You say, "Brett, now that you're done with Hall and Nash, what's there left to do? What's next for you?" He says, I was sitting in the back wondering that very same thing. And then, as I watched the opening promo of Nitro, I saw that our current world champion decided to name drop me in a promo. And then I thought, how good of a match would Raven versus Brett be? And I gotta tell you, the thought of it really, really excites me. But not as much as winning the WCW World Championship excites me. But what's next? Well, The world title picture right now seems already crowded with Bill, Raven, and Scott, and looks like it just got even more crowded because I'm coming for that world championship, Raven.
Interesting. There we go. Oh, here we go.
In this match, and a terrible match, Mikey Whipwreck defeated Jamie Noble with the whippersnapper.
Yeah, there we go. Did we book Whipwreck over Noble? Did I fuck?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, did we?
No, I think we did.
Yeah, we did. Damn. Poor Noble.
Yeah, we're fine with that.
Poor Noble.
Yeah, he's working hurt.
Speaking of working hard.
And we go backstage. We are here, and we see Dreamer. And Dreamer, he's like he's showing up to the arena. You know, he's got his global championship. And Mick Foley says, "Tommy, hello, how's it going?" And he's got the hardcore championship, and he's actually wearing the same ECW shirt that Tommy Dreamer used to always wear. He says, "Have you thought about what I said? Did my This Is Your Life segment hit home? Are you ready to embrace the hardcore lifestyle?" And Dreamer says, "No, I am not. And I didn't think about anything because my head's been so sore from you DDTing me on top of the hardcore championship belt. Listen, Mick, it's clear to me that I'm only going to get rid of you. I'm only going to shut you up by beating you. So I'll tell you what. Tonight, I want one more shot at the hardcore championship. And I'll tell you what. It's going to be you who gets DDT'd on top of the belt tonight." "Okay, Tommy, listen, I'll put the belt up, but if I win, then you got to do something for me," he says. "What?" He says, "Well, if I win, then you need to wrestle a hardcore match next week." And Dreamer was drinking coffee when he said that, and Dreamer spits out his coffee. He says, "Are you kidding me? I would never do something so barbaric, so uncivilized than wrestle a no disqualification match. Ugh. Well, then I guess you better hope you win this week then. I'll see you out there, kid."
There we go. Dreamer and Mick Foley main event right here, Chad.
Yeah.
77.
And in a bout that had good heat and decent reaction from the crowd, and decent wrestling also, Mick Foley defeated Dreamer in 1934 with a double-arm DDT, and Mick Foley makes defense number 2 of the Hardcore Championship, which means, Justin, Tommy Dreamer must wrestle a hardcore match next week.
That is true. That is what is booked. Unbelievable. Here we go. 77, though. I mean, yes. There you go. Finish up. 77.
Raw. Oh, no. Oh, it was that Mikey Whipwreck Jamie Noble match, I think, that got us.
That, yeah, and your main event was Mick Foley and Dreamer, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's about stories, not ratings, Chad.
2 main eventers.
Dreamer's not a main eventer.
Also, if I'm going to be honest, I forgot that I didn't book any of them in a match, just the angle at the beginning. So that's on me.
They didn't need to be in a match. It's fine.
They didn't. But exactly. They probably should have been.
Yeah, for ratings, yes. But for stories, no. What's more important, Chad?
You know what? You're right.
Exactly,
Chad.
Chad.
Well, everyone, that is it for episode 240.
But let the record state that Raw did better than Nitro. Woo!
Yeah. All right.
I'm fucking with you.
All right. I mean, listen, I'd be doing the same thing. If I would have gotten it better than 82, I'd been like, well, look at what we have here.
I love what's going on right now in Nitro, actually. So let's.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
I'm not
praise from Justin.
I'm not stoked about Brett getting back into the world title picture, but it is what it is. It's really. I feel like you've done it all with Brett so far, so it's really hard for something for him to do right now.
But here's the thing, though, right? Because I feel like I have, but also at the same time, I feel like I've done fucking nothing with him. Like he's one of those guys that I know I've booked to have a world championship. I know he's held the world title in the safe. Yeah. But I just doesn't seem like he has.
He's one of those guys that's bounced around from Raw or the Nitro to Thunder and Nitro to Thunder, then Thunder to Nitro a lot, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever had the belt, though. I don't think he ever put it on.
I think I have. I think I have.
It may not have been a long title reign, but regardless.
Oh, remember when we accidentally gave him the Universal title over Chris Jericho?
Was that him or was that someone else?
That was him because he was gonna wrestle Chris Jericho in a submissions match, and
Ah.
and we accidentally gave him the win, and that's why we were like, why was he so cool with that? Hell yeah, no coaxing at all. And then we found out, oh, he wasn't.
Yeah.
That's why he was cool with it because he was going over.
Yeah. I forgot about that. All right, we'll see you guys for episode 241. You know what it is. Thunder. Peace. Love.
Thunder.